Education. Education is my passion and the reason for this. Uh, if I ask a question like, how many of you feel, how many of you are educated here? I see everyone's. So the education. So the moment I say education, everyone raise their hands, and I know everyone is educated. What does it bring to us? It brings that we are socially responsible. We are economically well positioned, and we share the knowledge, or we have the eagerness of knowledge that we can impart or we have gained throughout our life, and we are here in the TED Talk to learn more. So that's what is an education. Now there are two aspects of the education. One is where it is it is like for developed countries like United States, Europe, and all the developed countries, and some of the developing countries where the children have access to the educations, but the the my, but what we are here to discuss about how we can impart that education, the same kind of education, to the countries, the poor countries, where the kids are deprived of education because they are, they they don't have a means to get the basic amenities like food, clothing, and shelters. The the education brings the empowerment. It brings the empowerment. It allows you to think the world in a different way. That's what brings the innovations. We cannot imagine humanity after so many years. So many changes has happens. We build the airplanes, the, the machines, the cars. It's all about education. And when I say education, we're not just talking about about what learning about science, math, social science. Well, what we're discussing here is the basic skills of reading and writing. I give you a story. I give you an example. There was a woman. She was like 40 plus, and she once called me and said, "Hey, uh, I can read and write now." And then I said, "What? It's like you're 40 plus. What are you going to do with the reading and writing?" Then she said, all she said is like, in a village, I don't have to ask for a direction. I can read and write. I know where I'm going and I can take the next bus. I don't have to be dependent. I can move into the big cities and I can figure out I don't have to be helpless. So that's the kind of empowerment that education brings. And that's what we want each and everyone as an individual, as a person, have access to the education. Countries are poorest, and the poorest of countries, they are deprived of this education. They are deprived of this education. When I was in school, we had like a couple of 7 or 8 friends during the high school, and we have another friend called Ramesh. His father was well off. He had a liquor shop, and his mom, she used to run her own beauty parlor. And then we used to just for up for pocket money. We used to work in a restaurant where we have to peel off the shrimps every day for 6 to 8 hours, and we just and and then one day I asked Ramesh, why you have to do this? I don't think you need money. Why you have to do all this thing? And then that was the biggest learning lesson that he told me. One of the biggest education that he told me is what he told us is that his father want him to understand that if he don't get an education, the pain that he has to go through, the work and the kind of boring thing that he has to do repeatedly and repeatedly, that's what he wants. So that's the kind of an education that we're talking about. As we all educated, we have every TED is a wonderful it's a wonderful stage where we talk about innovations, new ideas, entertainment, technologies, designs. We want to take a pledge as a mission. Let's make education available for each and everyone, and the poorest of nation. There are so many global organizations, but what I feel is, as an individual, if we can contribute at least like couple of hours in a week, an hour of a week of our lifespan, we could be making this the globe, the world, a more educated, a more healthier, and better place to live life happier.